Hello, my name is Nyla Griffith. I'm a sophomore economics major on a pre-medical track from the Virgin Islands. This semester in chemistry forced us to look beyond our normal scope and examine the chemistry that surrounds us. My favorite experiment this semester was the modified thin layer chromatography experiment. For the TLC to chlorophyll experiment, we used household items to demonstrate scientific principles. By doing this, we succeeded in doing chemistry at home. Much like thin layer chromatography, paper chromatography is a technique used to separate different components of substances by polarity. It is comprised of a stationary and a liquid phase. The solvent is placed on the base of the jar and diffuses upwards along the stationary phase to separate the components of the mixture. Results are measured by using a ruler to measure the RF value, the distance, from the baseline. Typically, the most polar part of the mixture will have a smaller RF value and be closer to the baseline, and the least polar part of the mixture will have a larger RF and travel further from the baseline. It is ideal to make sure that the liquid phase is not covering the baseline when the paper is placed into the jar. The resulting spots of pigment on the paper should be completely separated as shown in these pictures. In this experiment, I used spinach with 2 types of solvents for more comparison. TLC can be used for both separation and identification. I performed this experiment using spinach and markers. First, I cut spinach leaves into small pieces and crushed them for 1 minute. Then I added isopropanol to do the solid liquid extraction. With more resources, I also used tomatoes. I obtained some filter paper strips and I used a pencil to draw a light baseline 1.5 centimeters from the bottom of the paper. For half of my samples, I used isopropanol as the solvent, and for the other half, I used acetone. I assembled my samples into developing chambers to allow the solvent to rise to the top. Doing these experiments at home, and specifically the TLC experiment, allowed me to see that we can analyze the components of any organic compound. There is organic chemistry everywhere around us. Doing these experiments also allowed me to share with my family what I'm doing in the lab.